All right.
I'm assuming good. I think.
I believe so. We are starting soon. I just pulled up the Twitch stream, so I'll have that up here too.
Okay. I mean, let me know, I guess, if my camera pops up, I suppose.
Yeah. So, Jimmy, do you want me to do the opening?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I believe so. We are starting soon. I just pulled up the Twitch stream, so I'll have that up here too. There we go. I believe we are up, so we are live. So
Okay, perfect.
hi everybody. I'm Diamond Dave. These are my homeboys. Our DM today is James Person. He is actually behind the other camera.
Oh,
We are playing for Known World United, which you've, I'm sure, checked out many of the other campaigns so far and in past years. We're playing for the Extra Life organization, which over the years has raised over $10 million for Children's Cancer Research Fund. And we are going to be playing some D&D for y'all. So we're ready to go. I have the Twitch stream and my D&D Beyond pulled up on my phone. That's why I'm looking at this. I think most of us are playing digitally. So we should be good to go. So Jimmy, take it away.
all right. Hi, guys. This is James, or Jimmy, the DM for tonight. I don't know how well you guys can hear me. Hopefully pretty well. Excuse the banging of chair. So the adventure that we are playing is a part of one of the adventure modules that you can pick up, and I inserted a more one-shot material into it. But the adventure that we're playing is the Dragon of Icespire Peak. Takes place in the Sword Coast of the Forgotten Realms, and it is centered around the city of Fandalen, which has been coming under attack from a young white dragon that was forced away from its home and took up refuge in Icespire Peak, driving several bands of orcs down from the mountain. It actually knocked a manticore out of its nest that rested in the mountain, and a couple of our adventurers encountered this manticore previously in our adventuring. So yeah, the area has been coming under a lot of attack and a lot of tumultuous issue as they're trying to reestablish this town after it was overrun by orcs. The heroes, as they have come in, were requested due to increased orc activity. The dragon is starting to roam around the area a considerable amount more, claiming easy treasure for it to get its hands on, and besieging certain traveling parties and certain bands that are in the area. There's also increased activity from things that exist within the woods that have normally rested comfortably within the woods of the realm.
And Jimmy, I think maybe we should introduce all the players too.
Yep. I was getting to that. I just wanted to explain the.
Yep, no worries.
So to start off, we'll go to our returning adventurers, our returning heroes, who a couple days ago entered the city of Fandalen, picked up a quest to visit some dwarven miners and excavators who were seeing through some former temple and encountered some ochre jelly and former cult members that have turned into the ochre jellies. We have two of those returning members today. One was unfortunately unable to attend. So why don't you guys each introduce yourself, explain your character, any specific traits you'd like to
Oh, okay. You go first, John Todd.
Really? Okay. So my character's name is Theris. He is a male wood elf ranger. And I was stupid enough and took a 400-yard shot at an orc. I hit him. So yeah, that's really about it. There's not a whole lot to him right now. I mean, we just started this campaign. So
Yeah,
I haven't really fleshed him out as a character other than he has an additional language where he can speak Celestial.
This is technically our third session as this group, and we're already down one of the original members, but we have two awesome members that are on the other camera. My name's Dave Wheeler, aka Diamond Dave. My character's name is Sammy Bilgebottom. I am a dwarven barbarian from under the mountain, and I take no licks from nobody. So this is going to be a fun time. We're fairly new to playing these roles, so we've been having some fun, and yeah, let's shoot it over to the new additions.
So why don't we start off with Sam on the left?
My name is Sam. My character's name is Shred Axelor, and I am a human paladin. I have not played this adventure before, but my character is looking forward to spreading holy righteousness over the Sword Coast.
Holy righteousness.
And then to Sean.
Yeah, so my name is Sean. I'm playing Banked Ironroot, the Dwarven Cleric. His big thing is he is not much of an attacker, but he does a lot of blocking and shielding and healing. So he's definitely more of the care bearer of the group when it comes to everything. And yeah, I'm also new to this adventure, and I haven't played D&D in probably 12 years, so pretty rusty.
I got you beat, Sean. I haven't played D&D in 20 years.
And I have you all beat as I have never played before. So
Yes, you're also young.
So we're sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For donations
Watch
on
for the
Steam,
hilarity
to us,
ensue because it definitely didn't last session.
treat us kindly or treat us as savagely as you'd like, and we'll go with the punches as best we can. All right, so to start off, after introducing the world and our heroes, we will start with picking up people's names again. We have Ferris, we have Sammy, we have Binked,
Banked.
Bingt.
Yep.
And Sam, what was yours again?
Shred.
Shred, SHRED.
S apostrophe H R
This
E
paladin armor
S
is shredded.
apostrophe R
Looks like that.
R E D D.
Okay. All right. So we meet Shred and Bait as they are adventuring north from the Mur of Dead Men. If you look down the map there in front of you, you can see at the bottom there. They have heard rumors of a white dragon ravaging this area of the Sword Coast, and they are setting forth in an attempt for holy righteousness to take over and defeat this white dragon that is hurting and injuring innocent commoners and people trying to just live an honest life. They've also heard some and seen some small bands of orcs roaming around down the opposite side of the mountain, savaging small farm towns, killing cattle, and just besieging the land. They've done their best to attack and restrain some of these groups to try to hold the forces of evil and darkness at bay as best as they can. Shred, why don't you roll d20 for perception?
I will be 10.
10. As you guys are walking down the road upwards, right directly above you, you notice this white dragon just hovering around, roaring and looking down at the land. What would you like to do? I mean, it's really high in the air. Like, don't worry about being noticed per se. But you notice the white dragon is looking around for something.
Oh boy, where are we? Not a lot of cover either.
I seek your counsel on this.
We definitely should keep an eye out for cover as we keep walking. Luckily, it hasn't noticed us yet, but if it does, well, run as fast as you can and carry me with you actually when you're at it.
I mean, should we seek cover or should we continue?
It looks like.
Do it.
Are you watching it?
There's not a whole heck
Where do I go?
we can do.
Yeah.
Heel turn radio.
Pick up the pace, make sure it doesn't really
What
stay
rating?
as quiet as
I'll
it
send you a
can
link.
while moving quickly.
I'm doing it on my laptop.
So you guys are trying to just quietly move
Yeah.
onward?
Yeah.
All right. As you guys are moving down the road, the dragon swoops down, dropping like a stone that let its wings in, and it's noticed something in front of you. As it swoops down, you notice a horse trotting down the plain eating grass, and suddenly it looks up briefly and looks at the two of you, mildly concerned for a second, before the dragon suddenly hits the ground with a slam, grabs the horse with its claws and just takes off with it. You hear the horse whinnying in the distance as it flies away, blood dripping out of the sky and hitting the ground. A decent amount of blood has now fallen in front of you. Some 200-300 feet in the distance. And the dragon is now flying off towards the north of it.
Well, I guess we can count ourselves lucky we weren't on the mission.
I would agree.
So, you continue, where would you like here? Would you like to?
I'd say continue toward town.
So you guys are, where are you continuing towards? You are,
Probably like right here.
you're just about to leave, and then you've heard tell of those in David where you're trying to get to. So you can take any direction you wish to get to that point.
Instead of just continue along the main road.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
All right.
There's a mountain between us and the town.
Yeah.
So as you guys are heading down the main road, you come across Leyland, and it is a small town, early morning, and the people in the town haven't necessarily woken up yet. You have a couple, because it is closer to the coast, you have a couple early fishermen moving out to fish, and a couple other people are kind of cautiously opening their windows and looking up at the sky. They notice the dragon flying towards the city, so they wanted to be scared and just get covered and not be noticed. And they see you guys walking into town.
They wave and smile to the people, tell them that it's gonna be quite all right, and ask if they saw that dragon that just moved by.
Is it still out there?
Well, unfortunately, it does seem like it just headed north. It had spilled breakfast already, so I think everyone here will be quite all right.
Breakfast? What did it have for breakfast?
Well, it did take one of the animals. However, I want to reassure everybody that God is watching over this town, and we are on a mission to rid it of whatever the people have been dealing with.
As you're staring out at the people, you just hear this. A couple of them close their windows slowly, as they do so. And nobody's ever faced the white dragon of the area and lived to tell a tale. So your words, as kind of inspiring as they may seem, falls somewhat on cynical ears. As you're walking, an individual walks up to you, a man, middle-aged, walking just with a limp, kind of looking at the two of you. You guys talk to him, if he's moving, you guys have another
Yeah, I mean, I'd say we engage with him.
Yeah. Just ask him how his morning is going and if he needs any assistance or help to where he's going right now. He seems to be injured.
Do you guys have any kind?
Well, unfortunately, sir, I am fresh out.
Ooh, what about coin? You guys got any coin that I can do some good work for you fellas for some ale or some coin? Pickle piece, my name.
Pickle Pete, eh?
Pickle. Just D at the end.
That makes more sense. Well, unfortunately, Pickle Pete, I think we're kind of in a hurry today.
You sure about that? My friends can rely on me no matter what. I can say you guys are my fine house. I mean, yeah, but I like you.
Pickle Pete, is there anywhere you need to go right now just so I can make sure you're okay?
I'm right about how I find my home. I find my home where I need, I guess.
Is there a local church or something nearby in this town?
Roll a perception check. See if you can spot anything.
Sure, what was that, D20?
Yep, just roll a d20, and then you add your perception score to it.
So I rolled a 12.
12. As you're looking around, you notice a couple signs for the few dots that have maintained presence within the land. I mean, these people are smaller communities, and it's a scattered group. They don't really necessarily have a house or a community per se, but there's obviously refuge that you could put in at if you'd like.
I'll tell you what, Pickle Pete.
Yes,
I will.
give me some coin for ale. On my fine pal.
Here, let me leave you to a friend of mine. I'll give you a couple of copper or a couple of silver to set you up. I want you to get a warm meal and some water. And just listen to some of what he has to say. That's all I want from you.
Who's your friend?
The local priory. I think we've met.
Oh, and they stare at you with the shirts like, hello, Priory. That's a funny name for a fellow yourself. Do you have any coin? Perhaps some ale?
I do not have any extra coin, but I want to reassure you, Pickle Pete, that your troubles will be over soon. And I want to escort you to whatever place of deity there is. And I want to give you some, what are the contacts?
Copper, silver, was it electrum and gold? I don't know, we don't have time.
Okay.
As you're saying all these fine things, he stumbles towards you slowly. Puts his hands on your shoulders, looks you in the eyes like, you nice, kind fellow. I very much dig of you, fondly. All over your boots. Yeah, you have a moment if you'd like to roll a dexterity check to see if you get vomit on your feet.
Which one is it?
You would basically roll let's say an acrobatics. So you roll a d20, and you'll add your acrobatics modifier to it, which is dexterity check. So if you're not proficient in it, you would add your dexterity modifier to it.
I rolled a 7.
7. So it would have been pretty hard for you to dodge a man this close to you this early, and so you do pretty good, but it hits the calves, the front of your calves, and drips down to your feet. And as you're pulling back, Pickle Pete kind of leans down and you see him rushing again to throw up again. Makes his mouth up.
This is fine, Pickle Pete. I'm on a very important mission right now, and I realize that you're not in the best of ways, so I'll let it pass this time.
I did some editing in the RV, right? It's right. You have any coin?
Pickle Pete, what can I do besides that to help you right now?
I like food. Food's nice.
Is there anywhere that we can take you, Pickle Pete, to rest for a while?
I suppose this town would be nice.
Anywhere that doesn't cost gold.
And as you guys are looking at him, he kind of turns over his shoulder and starts trotting away and stumble towards a younger couple that are coming outside and out to work in the fields. Pardon me, young sir, madam, if you guys do any angles out there, perhaps receive. My name's Pickle Pete, I'm your friend. Couple looks up at you and they're just like staring at the two of you. You know him? Is he with you? Can we...
He's not a local.
I mean, this is a fairly young couple by the looks of it, so they might not necessarily recognize you.
Well, I continue with my original plan of trying to put an arm around Pickle Pete and bring him somewhere warm where he can get food.
Okay, so warm and food, yes. So you can look for the inn if you'd like. You can around to the inn if you'd like. You can ask for if there's.
I'll ask the young couple where the nearest inn is.
Okay. So, I think it's just down the road towards the north, just as you're about to leave town. There's an inn.
All right. Take one arm, I'll take the other. Let's get him somewhere safe. Let's go.
So, drag, put your arms around him, and start carrying him. So, roll strength checks for both of you. He's probably not going to be too difficult to carry, but 15.
6.
6.
So
So,
they shoulder most of the burden.
Shred is not the strongest area around this.
as you're moving on, you notice Shred is holding him okay, but he's for some reason like vomiting on his calves is bothering him a little bit. It's not necessarily comfortable, but he's holding his own, and you're taking it in stride. It's no big deal. You got him around the waist. You're shorter than him, so it's kind of like you're bracing his legs and just helping him down the road. You come across the Dust Mantle Inn on the left as you're heading towards the north side of town.
Grab the door and I'll just kind of lead him on in here.
Sure. I'll let him lean on me.
All right, so you guys enter the Dust Mantle Inn, and there's a surly looking gentleman, pretty tall, really hairy chest, arms. You can see he's wearing a really greasy, tattered apron, and he's chopping up some pork. As you're coming here. Yeah, Fred, what got you through?
How much for breakfast today?
How much for breakfast? Breakfast, as it always is why can't I find you? These 5 silver pieces for some bacon and cheese.
All right. Do that, and if you could give our friend here just a glass of water, we're gonna set him down. Just and here's another 5 silver just to keep an eye on him.
All right. Thank you, sir. I will see him right away. Can I get you guys anything?
No, we're in a hurry. Thank you.
You're mighty kind, sirs. I thank you, and if you have any items, I would greatly appreciate it. My name's Tickle Pete, by the way.
That's great, Pete. Be safe, take care. I start head out back out the door.
Trevor, you gonna say what Tickle Pete?
No, I will accompany you.
All right. So you guys exit the Dust Mantle Inn, and you're standing on the north side now of Leyland, and off in the distance, you see, roll a what's your guys' passive perception? It'll be 10 plus your what is it? Your not your I believe it's there is a something for passive perception, but I'm looking at all of those.
My perception is 0. It's not passive perception.
Well, your passive perception would be perception plus it's whatever modifier for perception you have.
Which is
It's your wisdom.
So it'd be 3.
You have passive
I still don't remember all that.
Yeah,
I have to look at it.
Oh, that's on a character sheet.
Go to skills, Sam,
Yeah,
and then scroll down to perception. And so you'll have a plus, minus, or a 0.
yeah.
So it would be, so you would roll plus whatever that is.
If you click on the plus whatever, it should auto roll for you.
Yeah, so I rolled a 6 then, because I rolled a 5 and my perception is +1.
Okay, so your passive perception then would be 11.
Okay.
It's just better plus. Your modifier.
Oh, okay.
As you guys exit the inn,
Check them.
Beat. Off in the distance, you see this brown creature flying. Obviously, it's a distance away, but it's a large creature. It's not as big as a dragon. That's why it's a little bit harder to see. But you can notice it. It's coming from the east, heading toward the coast.
Someone gonna need $10. What is that? Turn on.
It's coming from above, like the northeast, I should say, heading down. Yeah, it's coming down towards you guys.
Okay. Let's just keep an eye on it from the outskirts of town. Just see if we can fly it by or if we need to stay. That's how I feel.
Okay.
Fine by me.
You guys are standing there, standing guard. That's perception.
Using the screen.
As you guys are standing
Or one else.
there, you notice
I
4
think is what it said.
humanoid-looking creatures running towards you. And quite a bit of a hurry. Like they've been on an all-out run for a while now.
I watch them, but I keep my weapon sheathed, but I do put my shield on my arm just in case.
Okay. So as you guys are staring them down, as they get closer and more discernible to your eyes, you notice them to be half-orcs and orcs. And they don't have their weapons. They're running just all out. This creature is chasing them down as they're running towards town. But they're coming, as they're running, they're coming more from the north a little bit.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
Here's your piece,
That's still can't identify what's actually flying for. That's
Not, I mean, you can roll to see if you can.
4 miles to the in the morning.
is that what he said, 20 plus
No, I'm just saying we should.
Yeah, you roll 20 perception.
So 5.
Yeah, as you notice this big flying creature, so it could be a bird or something. It's big. You notice it.
Well, I think 'cause I
What is the demeanor of these humanoid creatures? Do they seem scared or are they intent or?
You can roll a perception to see what they are. Perhaps.
He's gonna roll.
16.
Yeah, I mean, the way that they're running and stumbling, they've been in a fight. And they are hurt and scared and kind of fleeing in terror from this thing. They're not running towards now. They're like heading towards the coast.
Press on to investigate what this creature is, and he's gonna continue on that. Well.
It was Jason, and I don't have anything to take it out from this guy. I have a javelin.
Yeah, you do, Sam.
Good luck with it, throw, but you have one.
Javelin.
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 This creature gets closer and closer and closer, and it swoops down and lands on the ground. A decent distance away, you can't really make out the details of it because it's still pretty far away. But it's huge, four-legged thing with wings.
Do we encumber something? Is there anywhere to go?
We always have that town or. So I have a feeling rears handed to us, we try to fight with it.
Yeah, I don't think engaging with this thing is the best idea.
Run away.
Actually.
The thing is, I mean, the creature, whatever it is chasing down these four human-like things, and it's making some great strides towards catching them, because these four beings are pretty scared, running frantically, bumping into each other. They appear to be kind of wounded, and they're just running as far off and trying to get towards any kind of semblance of cover to protect themselves from it. As you guys are standing there staring at four guys running away from a monster, an elderly woman walks up behind you and is like, "Aren't you going to help those women? What heroes aren't you?"
Sweet Jesus.
So,
Javelin. Javelin.
so from a distance behind it, I use now, still never be able to pronounce this correctly. The
Thaumaturgy?
thaumaturgy. Hearing a loud thundering noise behind this beast and causing the ground to shake.
What's the range on thaumaturgy?
30 feet?
30 feet?
Yeah.
I mean, the creature is a lot further away than that, but you couldn't distract it with that.
How far away are we from all of this?
They're a few hundred feet. But I mean, you can roll a cast on to go for it. It might work.
Yeah. Would that be wisdom modifier? It's a cleric skill. Okay, so 16.
16? Yeah. So you cast thaumaturgy, and explain what you're gonna do. What do you want to do?
Basically just try to create a loud racket right behind the creature that's chasing him to distract it or scare it away from them.
Okay. So you create this loud booming noise. It's not quite behind the creature. It's more obviously it's 30 feet away from you guys. The range on it. But the thing stops mid-stride, and you watch these humans run off, and the thing looks over at you, but it's just staring at you right now.
Javelin.
Oh, I don't think attacking is a good idea. Right. I say we start leaving town just in case it decides to want to come after us, kind of making more of a cross, because we're heading here, correct?
Yeah.
That's our end point.
Yeah,
This is Plains.
yeah.
So we just kind of start coming out of town this way, and if it wants to follow us, then we'll deal with it when that happens. Otherwise, at least it's away from town.
That's all I'm just gonna like distract it and then stare at towards town. Kind of that you guys are just gonna walk towards the northeast, yeah.
Yes.
So sure enough, you guys start walking out. Right?
Yeah.
Trend, you're gonna follow.
Yeah, I'll follow him. Yeah.
All right, so you guys are walking towards the northwest, and Future doesn't really pay much mind right at the moment. Turns its attention back toward the four beings that are running and chases after.
Maybe this one is giving a head start.
They got that mercy on their souls.
All right, so you guys are going to just keep heading towards the northeast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Toward now.
All right, so you guys are keeping finishing. Moving towards our other duo of Ferris and Sammy. You guys are standing towards the bottom of the windmill that you guys have been in, where you previously fought the Manticore and the orcs and the decimated cows. And the woman, who I'm blanking on, I believe it was Iris. But the woman of the windmill is sitting above upstairs, talking with Gary, our dragonborn fighter, just about having general jovial conversation as she's making potions and mixing things and preparing things. And Sammy, you had said previously that you were going to look at those dwarven graves, correct?
Yep.
All right, so you're going to head out toward the graves, and they are just a little ways down the hill from you two, on the eastern side of this windmill.
All right. And Ferris was sticking back to talk with her, correct?
I believe so.
Correct.
So all right. So I will head up towards the graves. And do I have to roll a perception to read what's on the graves?
I mean, you walk towards the graves and you get to them. There's not really any markers. You recognize them to be these mounds, paying tribute to fallen dwarves. You can investigate if you'd like. But...
Yeah, I'll take a look because maybe you never know.
Okay. So why don't you roll a perception?
All right. 14, so 17.
17. All right, awesome. Yep. So as you're investigating, most of these cairns are very, very old. They're covered in grass and moss, and they're long ago. These cairns were built to house dwarven fighters and soldiers and heroes of the age. There's a couple fresher looking ones, graves, and based off of the time that you spent there, and the size of these cairns, they look more symbolically placed
Oh, okay.
to mourn the recent departed.
Wait. So they're old ruins, but recent?
Well, there's most of the graves there, most of the cairns there are older, but
Okay.
there's 5 graves that have been placed there. Or no, not 5, 2 graves that have been placed there. To mourn the loss of recent departed dwarves.
Okay, but they're also dwarven. All right. Can I? But I don't recognize any information off of them outside of that they're just dwarven.
Yeah, I mean, you don't recognize anything major off of most of them. There's just a couple that are newer. Given your location, you kind of they could be from that dwarven excavation from previous.
Okay. Well, I will kneel and pay my respects before heading back to fill in decent Terrace.
Harris. All right. So as you kneel to pay your respects, are you kneeling at a specific grave?
Just in. I mean, it's kind of just a round of them, right? Like it's
Yeah, it's just kind of
just a series of mounds.
yeah, a series of mounds and kind of in a circle.
I'll pay respect. I'll just kind of kneel in front of the general mass
Okay.
to pay respects to them.
As you get lower to the ground, you notice a weird little indentation off to the north
All right.
of the hill.
Of the hill.
Yeah, of the hill. Like as you're kneeling down, it like from where you were standing before,
Okay.
it didn't seem readily apparent. But as you notice, it's kind of like a piece of the hill has been carved out, and it's been there for a long time. Has gone overgrown.
Okay. I will go back and report to my homeboy that is in the windmill
Okay.
and recommend that we go take a look further at this carving.
Okay. And so you head back. We are with Ferris. You and Gary are sitting there talking with Adabra, the midwife, and just having a time. And then you notice Sammy. You notice Sammy coming upstairs.
Okay. Where'd you head off to?
I paid my respects to some of my fallen brethren from under the hill. I noticed a strange opening among the hills. I'd like to go investigate it and see if perhaps maybe some more of my brethren are there.
All right. Well, what?
What's the midwife's name again?
Adabra.
Adabra. Lady Adabra, is there any knowledge you could convey to us from this strange?
Well, I believe that a long time ago, there was a cave structure or a keep to some of the dwarven miners and workers from long ago that they took refuge in there. It was kind of a base of operations as you work and such.
All right.
So there might still be some ruins, I suppose, underneath there.
Well, I'd like to go pay my respects.
All right. Ferris,
Yeah,
where are you in the windmill?
with Gary.
For reference for those watching, because it says there's 3 of you out there, Gary is our dragonborn friend who unfortunately is not here right now. He is
Celebrating his wedding anniversary.
All right. So, Ferris, why don't you roll a perception?
Passive or regular?
Regular would be rolling one.
Oh, right. 13.
13. All right. As you're looking out the window, you notice 2 people walking up the hill.
Okay. Where are you again, Sammy?
I just came up the stairs in the windmill.
Look, somebody yelled down. It looks like you got 2 followers.
Followers?
There's 2 people coming this way over the hill, the ridge.
Are they more of those darn dirty orcs?
Can I tell?
You from this distance you can't tell, and they're just walking. They're
Doesn't look like it. These ones aren't running.
one of them is about half the height of the other. So
Huh.
it's a pretty short guy and a bigger looking fellow.
Well, one looks like it possibly is a halfling, dwarf,
Ah,
maybe.
well, why don't we warm the welcome wagon for them?
Like we did with the orcs.
Hey, that wasn't my idea, okay?
Who's the one that went charging in?
Hey, I'm slow. Deal with it.
As you guys are talking, Gary's like, "Oh, is Mister back?"
I do not see Mister.
He's at his feast,
Oh.
bro.
Yeah.
That's a joke from the previous session. I apologize for using inside jokes.
Well, I'm gonna go take a nap, you guys, and I don't feel like really fighting anybody else today. So you guys gonna go check those two out, and I'll wait for you when you get back.
Stupid dragonborn. All right, let's go, Neeson.
Well, yeah. All right. So I'm gonna head down out of the windmill.
Okay, heading back to Shred and Binked. You guys are walking up a hill towards a windmill. You just crossed this field, and as you were walking across the field, you came across
Rick Gary.
6 cow bones. Some of them fairly chewed up, and most of them missing large chunks of themselves. 2 of them were fully eaten, save for a couple of legs. And also 8 dead orcs and varying spots up this hill. Some of them had broken arrows sticking out of them, and a couple of them have manticore tail spikes sticking out of them.
That's gotta be harsh, man.
Just a lot of dead orcs for some reason strewn across this hill. And as you're staring at it, what are your guys' past perceptions? 11, 13. As you guys are staring at it, you see 2 humanoid looking creatures walking down the hill toward you.
After that. Well,
Thanks, bro.
Well, I kind of stand in my place and just sort of like, lean on my staff and kind of watch them come down.
All right.
Assuming that it was their handiwork that houses.
Okay.
Great.
I'm just wondering what kind of creature is gonna put such carnage upon the land.
All right. And back to standing there, as you guys are walking down the hill, the two others decide to just stand there and wait for you to come to them.
yeah, are they on our way to
We're technically walking away from the ruins, but we're going to greet them.
well,
Welcome.
if they're not being aggressive, do we need to bother? Maybe they're here to see the.
I would like to keep this adventure going, so let's meet up.
All right. So you guys make your way down to them, and the 4 of you are now within earshot of each other.
All right, I'm gonna shout because I'm a dwarf and I'm loud.
Of course you are.
Ho! Are you friend or foe?
I was my friend, brother.
I'm your brother, guy.
Ain't your guy, pal.
I'm your pal. Okay, we get we're gonna get knocked with. Anyways,
So you guys
Oh, good.
walk towards your
There's 2 of them
kinsman.
now.
good time.
So is this your handiwork over here?
It is a mighty fine battle we did have. Nearly died a few times, but that happens.
Well, it does seem
It only happens when you run headlong into a group of orcs.
Well, it also only happens when you piss off a manicore and a horde of orcs with a 400-yard shot. Jackass.
I didn't piss off a manicore. Feast Boy did.
That's true. Man, we should have done a briefing before this. This makes no sense to so many people. We're sorry, we're trying.
We're sorry to the 2 people watching.
Yes. Anyways,
It's quite fortunate you all made it out of that situation. You must have some sort of divine intervention watching over you.
That's what I call my axe. It's divine.
The wind carries my arrows.
It's true. Also the stench of our dragonborn friend, but he decided to take a nap. Where are you headed?
Well, we're kind of following the path of this white dragon we see. So I come from the south.
Oh, we've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
We're
We've seen its devastations left behind.
Seems like we're on the same path then.
indeed. Where are you, outside of trailing the great white dragon, where are you headed?
Well, we're going to stop in this town here just to get some information, but it seems we already found it.
Yeah, we've been in the village now for what?
Jimmy, how long has session 1 and 2 been? A week?
Sessions 1 and 2 were about. You guys have been there for
A couple
like,
days?
day 3.
Oh Jesus!
That's it?
Yeah.
Uh,
So
it's
yeah.
like quarantine life.
All right. Anyway, so you guys are introduced. You guys introduced each other, and it seems as though you have similar goals by the sounds of it. I know there are new players are unfamiliar here. You've heard tell of Dalen is where you are heading towards to like help the citizens there.
Didn't we come from Fandalen?
We did.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. It's only.
So through the exchange of information between you two have been hearing tell of the people in Fandalen meetings. These guys were specifically sent from the capital city to Fandalen to assist them in the things that. So you both have essentially common goals.
Well, seeing as how we have common goals, why don't we stay together? 4 is always better than 2. Although I hear you thought this dragonborn.
I don't think he'll be joining with us. He's a bear to wake up. And trust me, you wouldn't want to get on his bad side.
Oh, I remember that innkeeper that tried to wake up that one time?
Ooh, I don't want to clean that up again.
All right.
Yeah,
So
gold.
you guys have any other specifics that you want to handle?
I just kind of want to keep on trucking. So at this point, sorry, Jimmy, I'm just trying to backtrack a little bit to refresh my memory.
Yeah.
We picked up the mission to.
We were supposed to escort.
Well, we were supposed to meet with her and meet with Adabra in the windmill, and we picked up the.
The other mission that you had picked up was for Nomengard. You were
Yes.
supposed to head further to the west, or further into the east, further in towards the mountain range. There's you need to warn the gnomes about this white dragon. They're trying to get information out, and there's some
That's what I was trying to remember.
wizard, tinkerer, inventor types that live within this area that you're trying to get this message to.
Okay,
So do you?
we'll send Gary back to convey the message to the townsfolk
Okay.
of that Adabra is able to accept orders for the potions and whatnot and be making them again.
Okay.
Basically conveying what she said,
Right.
but then that way Gary has something to do and can catch up with us later.
Yep. Yep, that sounds good. So the 4 of you head back to the windmill and wake Gary up from his sleep and send him back towards Fandalen. So now you are all at the windmill. hanging
Okay.
out.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Is there? I mean, you have to head to the east.
Let's fill him in on our quest to Nomengard and the reasonings behind it. So
Or did you want to go see that thing you wanted to see first?
the runes? Oh yes. Well, let's fill him in and we'll go on the way. We'll stop at the cave on the way.
Alright.
That work for you?
Ah, what do we got?
I'm down for a walk and talk.
Here.
All right, so you guys are heading out from the windmill towards the cairns
Yes.
to look at on your way to Nomengard. I'm trying to find the Nomengard. So Shred and Paint, the quest specifically is a clan of reclusive rockmen reside in a small network of caves in the mountains of the southeast. The gnomes of Nomengard are known for their magical adventures. They might have something with which to defeat threat. Get whatever you can from them. If you bring back something useful and don't want to keep it for yourselves, Houndmaster Harbin Wester will pay you 50 gold pieces for it. Is the quest that they are on to Nomengard.
Sounds good.
But we'll make a quick pit stop in the divot in the hill.
Okay. So on your way, you describe this sinkhole sort of repression within the depression. Depression is our mask. The depression in the ground. And as you walk up to it, it's a pretty sizable dip in the hole in the hillside.
Wonder what caused that.
Do you guys want to do anything about it?
I'm gonna, since I'm guessing I'm probably at the head of the party, considering I was the one able to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to roll a perception check just to see if I notice anything around it. Considering being a dwarf, I should have greater knowledge of, well, hill construction, I guess.
Okay,
That
so
makes
roll a perception.
yes. So
And Sean, just because I think I know a little bit about your character too, you roll a perception as well.
so I got 22.
22.
Yep.
As you're looking at it, you can see the definitive markings of an entrance and a staircase.
All right.
John, what did you get?
Was it roll 13?
13. As you're looking at it, you can recognize the stonework as an entrance into a mine essentially, or like a housing.
So some kind of structure.
Yeah.
So we got an old door to a structure here.
You think? We should check it out. Maybe have the elf over here use his nimble little fingies to see if he can get us in.
Geese.
Fingies.
I'm glad on my feet, not my hands.
You're an elf.
And you're a dwarf. Very.
Uh,
Well, seeing as
Do we want to sidetrack from what we need to be doing today?
yes, if it means paying respect to our brothers of the hill.
Or the gnomes?
Oh, the Greg's word dwarven.
Okay. Works for me. He never said that.
Yeah, he did. Did you, Jimmy?
Not you, to us.
what did you say?
The dwarven, they were dwarven kerns,
Yeah,
right?
they were dwarven parents.
Yep.
All right.
So Jonta or Liam Neeson over here is going to but I will open your doors.
All right, I'll take the lead.
You take the lead.
Do I need to worry about traps?
Yes. He's going to check for traps.
Okay. So
Oh,
roll.
no, I'm not very good at this, right?
Check for traps.
What's the roll on it again?
I believe it's
Investigation?
investigation. Yeah.
Gotta be better than me.
17.
Oh, he's rolling.
I rolled a natural 20.
Natural 20. There are no traps. As you look, you're like, this is a very open door that is clearly open.
Oh, I thought it was closed. My bad.
Like it's just had some.
Did you make me waste a natural 20?
Yes, it did. All right. Well, I'll head in because I can see,
As can I.
and yeah, as can the other dwarf. He just needs to speak up.
All right, so you guys head down this staircase, and that it's covered with rubble and dirt and debris and dust and whatnot. There used to be a door there that has sagged and rotted away with age. It was basically, it looks, as you're walking downstairs, it looks like it was just this gathering place for these dwarves as they worked in the hills mines for gold and materials to smelt into weapons and armor and different trinkets and things. As you come down the stairs, you come into the entrance to this area, and there are 4 statues set up, soldiers with swords planted in the ground. They're kind of standing this very stoically. There's a tattered rug on the ground in front of you, on the ground. A couple torches, 2 at the very end are lit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, please don't let them be slimes.
And then in the distance, there's a door that one side of the door is open, the other is closed. But the stink of age and the must and the gathering of dew and mildew from, it's an old rundown structure.
Yeah, the torches are lit.
Yes.
Torches don't last long to be lit, do they?
Unless are the torches anything special?
I mean, they're pretty far away. You'd have to go look at them. I mean, you could try to look at them from this far away, I suppose.
Yeah, I will attempt a perception check
Okay.
just to see if they were recently lit. We have reason to investigate. If they weren't, then we don't.
Okay. So are you just rolling to look at them from far away, walking towards them, or yeah?
I will walk towards them slightly. Yeah, maybe. How far away are they?
The room is about 50 feet long and about 20, 30 feet wide.
Oh, dark vision, we were covered.
Yeah, dark vision should be good. So I will roll one of these bad boys for a perception check specifically, right?
Yep, perception check specifically.
Yes, I met the values.
16.
16.
Yeah.
From this distance, they appear to be normal torches.
Okay.
You'd have to get closer to actually see from far away, but they don't. I mean, they're wood. They don't appear to be magical in any kind of way, but you can't really tell from this far away if they have any.
Well, to my dwarven brethren, what do you think?
I think it's awfully suspicious that those torches are lit.
It could possibly be the other dwarves.
Well, Jimmy, so from what Adabra said, this used to be a dwarven mine. Was that it?
I mean, it was kind of a gathering place for the dwarves that worked in the mine. So there's.
Okay.
So you said there was Karens outside, right? Dwarven Karens?
Yes, I think we should simply pay our respects and be on our way to Nilfgaard.
I agree.
I do find it highly odd they're lit, even though that passageway is a bit.
Okay.
You know,
So you guys are going to head on towards Nilfgaard after you're on back downstairs.
Yes, if that's all right with you guys. What are your thoughts?
I agree.
All right. So
Sam, rock and roll threshold over there.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Very cool, all right.
all right.
Your expertise.
So you guys are heading out towards the southeast, adventuring towards Nomengard.
Okay.
As you are walking along the plains, kind of making your way towards the hillside or across the large hills and whatnot, it's the middle of the afternoon. It's bright. It's sunny. Sammy, roll a perception.
All right. Ooh. 18.
18. Okay, perfect.
God, the dice are gonna turn on me, and of course it's gonna happen when we have to fight something.
As you are walking along, you see two elk bounding down the hill across the plain towards the mountain, and they're going pretty quickly. They're coming across you from they're basically coming across from the straight north and up above you guys specifically, down the south towards the mountains below you, or like north to south, west to east. They're going north to south, so they're going to intersect with your path. And as you are watching this, you see 6 shapes in the distance behind them bearing down fast and very, very savage. 6 wolves are approaching behind these elk, hunting them. It appears to be like they're hunting after meals.
Oh, elf.
Yeah.
Care for wolf meat tonight?
No, they're doing what nature does. If they were orcs, it'd be a different story.
Right, nothing about this is inherently evil, nor does it really concern us.
Yeah, unless you're gonna tell me there's a white dragon coming behind them too.
You're gonna try to. So the elk are now crossing your path, running around you, and the wolves now see four people walking to the in between them and their meal. So they're bearing down on you fast.
Now,
I ready my axe.
I'm ready my bow and arrow. Let's see what they do.
I readied myself as well. Ready my long sword.
All right. Roll for initiative then.
Woohoo! Sorry, wolves.
How do I roll for initiative?
Roll a d20.
D20.
Plus your initiative.
$14.
12.
6.
15.
All right. So can you people shout out your name numbers too?
Oh, sorry. Theris with the 12.
Shred 6.
Sammy 15.
Bank 14.
Hey, Shred, is that longsword one-handed or two-handed?
One-handed.
Are you wielding a shield?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. So as you guys are sitting there waiting, and it's Sammy with the first go. The wolves are 30 feet away from you.
I'm going to.
Did you learn your lesson from the first time?
Nope.
All right.
I'm going to charge.
Okay. So you are running towards these wolves.
With my axe ready.
Okay. How far do you move your full? What's your full movement?
25.
25 feet. Okay. So you move 25 feet towards the wolves.
Yep.
And they are not. I mean, obviously you can't hit them with your axe, but that's. They are now focused on you as a collective group.
Yep.
Oh, here we go again.
Am I within striking distance?
They'd have to be 5 feet away for you to do a melee attack.
Oh, okay. So
you are 25 is your full movement. They were 30, so they are
out of range.
I believe they're 10 feet. Yeah, so they're just
Okay.
out of range.
Okay. All right. I just ready my axe.
Moving to Bint.
Well, I suppose I have to follow. I want to get eaten by wolves before we even get to know each other that well.
I'm muttering to myself. Great. 2 of them.
So I follow quickly behind him, shield at the ready, and stand right next to him.
Dwarf bros, dwarf bros, dwarf bros.
Okay. You guys. I skipped this over. You can ready action, Jay, if you'd like. You can
Yeah. Well, that's what I was readying my axe because then I can.
Or when one of the wolves gets close to attack you.
Yes.
And I stand next to him with my shield and staff ready.
Okay.
Game
So
on with the shield.
now we move to Theris.
And again, now there's 2 of them. I'm taking a shot.
So you are using your bow and rolling. You roll.
I'm aiming for the closest wolf.
Yeah, I mean they're all
They're there.
Oh, they're all,
Yeah,
okay.
they're all next to each other.
So I roll a 24.
24. Yeah, you hit one of them.
Roll your damage.
9.
9 damage.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you let loose your arrow, and the wolf, 2 from the middle on the left hand side, as it's growling and snarling and racing towards the 2 dwarves that ran into the fray. It hits it in one of its front haunches, and it tumbles and hits the ground and it rolls for a second before getting up, and it's just behind its other brethren, and it is still charging at the other 2 dwarves.
Okay.
How many wolves are there overall? 4? 6.
6.
I probably get that one wolf.
Javelin.
And so the wolves gather and move. We'll do this. And down the middle, 3 of them are going to attack Sammy, 3 of them are going to attack James. First wolf against Sammy first.
Wouldn't we get attacks of opportunity because they entered our?
Yeah, I mean, you each get 1 attack of opportunity out of a wolf.
Sweet.
What does that do?
Yep, you roll a d20 and
Oh, I didn't do the second action.
Oh my god, I got a nat 20.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, a 9. Okay. Binks, as you roll to, what are you trying to do?
Attack for opportunity.
Yeah, no, but like, what was your action that you were gonna take? What was hit him with your shield? Is what you were doing, or?
Yeah, just holding my shield.
Okay, so as you're swinging, one of the wolves dodges to the side and narrowly escapes your shield as you try to like bash it away. And Sammy,
Yeah.
describe what you're doing.
I'm going to swing my axe upward while the wolves are entering my vicinity. And I roll, well, I guess I have to roll for damage.
Yep, because you hit with the nat 20.
Yeah, so I critted at 18.
18. So as one of the wolves rears up to, or like as the pack of wolves races towards you, one of the wolves jumps into the air, and you ready and waiting for that axe. You've singled it out in the pack. Your axe comes swinging down on the one that jumped towards you, and it drives into its snout towards its eyes. The wolf lets out a very muffled yelp as it falls to the ground dead.
Oof. All right. That's one down.
The first wolf against Sammy rolls a 19. Does it hit?
What?
The first wolf rolls to hit Sammy with a bite. It sees its fellow wolf take the hit, fall to the ground dead, and it turns back at you, snarling, and it goes to bite you. And it's a 19 to hit.
Okay.
What is your AC?
Whoa. Sorry. The thing is frozen. Come on. My AC is 14.
14. So the wolf hits.
Okay.
It sinks as your axe comes down on the wolf, and the 2 wolves by look at and watch it hit fall to the ground and die. The other one turns back, snarls, and goes bites your arm with the axe still embedded into the wolf, and you take 7 damage, piercing damage.
Alrighty.
And you have to roll Yeah, you have to roll a strength check.
Strength check.
Strength saving throw.
19.
19? Yeah, so this wolf lunges at you with its teeth, and you take the hit, but you keep on taking it, fine. Second wolf to the other side of you also rolls 19. You get another 7 damage, and you have to roll another strength saving throw.
All right. 11.
11.
Yeah.
Just barely made it. This other wolf hits you from the other side, and you take just this force. Two animals, their muscles primed and ready, and they leap at you. They almost knock you on your side from both directions, and you shrug off the hits as you're taking these pounces. The other 3 wolves are coming for you, Biggs, and they also bare their teeth, and they're all ready to lunge at you.
Hey, if you're rolling that
Try
for
and move
20,
the ground.
isn't your damage more?
The first
Yeah, that's what it
one
was. I don't know if I got extra damage on a 20 on mine.
got a 16.
17.
Okay, so it charges at you, goes to bite, and
It's supposed to
you
be
slam it
one
with
next
your
round,
right
or double
eye.
the die roll.
Second wolf, all right, following suit with the other wolf that lunged at you and you batted away. Lunges at you as you are coming back in with your shield, and you basically punch it right in the head, and it takes a couple points of damage. The third wolf was a 19. So as you punch this other wolf down, you kind of leave your back exposed. And this wolf lunges at you, and you need to also roll strength saving throw.
12.
Well, okay. So this wolf pounces from behind, and you just feel this thing hit you like a ton of bricks, really, really hard, and you almost fall forward as this wolf rolls over on top of you and hits the ground, gets up, and it's staring at you again. So that's the wolves.
Did it take any damage from it?
You took 7 there.
Oh.
So now we move to Shred.
I throw a javelin at a wolf.
Yep.
Yeah. Do it, Sam.
The javelin is primed and ready, so you're gonna roll a d20 to attack, and you add your dexterity for that.
Okay.
Your dexterity modifier for that.
18.
18. All right. Do you target any wolf specifically? There's one wolf that has an arrow sticking out of its arm, out of one of its front.
Hey, Jimmy,
We'll go for the wounded wolf.
We'll go for the wounded wolf.
Yeah.
I guess we can't go back and do damage on it.
Hit him with.
Jimmy,
Yes.
when I rolled that nat 20 for the hit, what was I supposed to do for damage other than my normal 1d8 plus?
It should have.
You didn't do, okay. Because what do you usually get if you roll
You rolled a 20 to hit on that other wolf?
the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, no, never mind. No, I didn't. That was the stupid trap check that
Yeah.
you asked me to do.
On your hit. You
Never
see-
mind. Don't worry about it.
You see this wolf that has the arrow sticking out of it, and it's injured and it's ready to attack, but it's hobbling, and you just kind of line up and you just toss your javelin at it. It sails in the air and it pierces as it goes to bark, snarl. The javelin goes through its mouth and it comes in and sticks straight down out of its neck towards its lower body, pierces through its heart and pins it into the ground.
Whew.
So you hit it
Yes.
and killed it.
Okay.
You now have an action. That was your action. You get every time in combat, you get a movement and an action. So you can move towards the combat if you'd like, or you can move anywhere within your movement speed up to, I believe it's 30 feet is your movement speed.
Yep.
And the combat is 30 feet away from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the combat 30 feet.
Are you doing anything else besides that? You want to drive your weapon or?
Yeah, I'll draw my longsword.
Yeah. So you drive your line right through the brush.
Okay.
Top of the round, we head back to Sammy.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
You got a wolf on your left and a wolf on your right.
Stuck in the middle with you. I'm going to attack.
Okay.
So I guess I'll take the one on the left.
Okay.
So what? There we go. So 12.
12 to hit.
Yeah.
You raise your axe in the air to take a swing at the wolf. Is just barely dodges out of the way as you swing down and you hit earth.
All right. I will just ready my axe then as my action.
Okay. You can only choose to ready an action as your action.
Oh, okay. Then I will sit there with my axe on the ground, or in the ground.
Okay. Then we move to Bint.
Where are the wolves in relation to me?
So you have you're essentially back to back with Sandman. So you're got a wolf in front of you, right? You have wolves on your sides, on your front left, front right.
Should I play battle music?
Alright, front. So I'll attack the same wolf that Sammy tried to attack, but using inflict wound.
Okay.
So,
Ouch, my wound. It has been inflicted. I've never heard of that. Kind of neat.
What is inflict wounds specifically?
melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. That target takes 3d10 damage.
Oh man. Okay.
Necrotic damage?
Yeah,
Whoa.
Okay.
like my one scary spell.
Sounds like it.
So then it's a spell attack once, so I add that to my roll.
Yes. I believe so.
Okay, so that's 16.
16 to hit. Yeah, you hit.
Alright, so
So as you should have a D10 in there, kind of like a bigger pylon.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, the stream's
So 30 seconds.
0.
0 is 10.
Okay, okay. And then 7. So 6, 7, and 10.
All right. So 6, 7, 13, 10, 23. As you raise your finger, right? Or how does it work?
It's like a melee, so you like hit him with your fist.
That's a melee attack.
Yeah.
So you look over your shoulder to Sammy's behind you, and you spin around and put your hand on this wolf as it lunges at Sammy.
Oh,
Put your hand on it, and necrotic energy releases out of your fingers, and you see
Hope it doesn't touch you.
its eyes turn black, and the veins that you notice around its eyes and its mouth turn black and pulse, and this thing yells out, gives a couple of yanks and a whimpering falls to the ground, dead, and the necrotic energy bursting out of the seams of it, and it dies.
Then I just stand still back to back with Sammy.
yeah, Dwarf Frost. Dwarf Frost.
Then we move on to Theris.
All right. I will ready another arrow and shoot.
All right, so you are trying to attack the party of wolves. There are 3.
Yeah, is there any one that looks?
There's 5 wolves, or 4. No, wait.
There are 3 wolves left.
3 wolves left. So there's 3 wolves that you can see easily, and one that's behind Bint that has a little bit of cover. So you have a little hard time hitting that one, but there's 3 that you can easily hit.
Okay.
I will take aim at one that's going after Sammy. Woo!
All right.
How we handle that. 16 to hit.
16 to hit. As you let your arrow back, you find this the right moment when there's going to be a clock between the two of them. You let your arrow fly, and it flies through and hits the wolf. Roll for damage.
9.
9 damage. So you let this arrow go, and as this wolf is hopping around trying to dodge and prepare to lunge again, your arrow flies out and it hits it right in the chest. It falls back from the force of the arrow and falls on its side and it gets up, but you can tell that it's seriously injured. It's dripping blood off the arrow, blood dripping down the arrow and dripping onto the ground. You definitely wounded it pretty good.
Messy.
So now it's back to the wolf's turn. There are 3 wolves that are going to attack Fate, and one that's going to attack Sammy. So we'll start with the one that's going after Sammy. It lunges at you with another bite attack, and it is a 12.
Then it misses.
So it lunges, but because of the arrow and its disorientation, it can barely stand on its own 4 legs, and it just lunges wild and kind of stumbles on the ground and misses. The other 3.
And 2. There's 3 left.
Yes, sorry, my bad. I'm brain.
Dwarf bros.
Well, there's 1 that are left. There's 2 that are left on the other side attacking you, Big. The first one rolled a 16.
Nope.
Second one rolled an 18.
Yes.
So the second wolf lunges at you, and the second sinks in, and you have to roll another strength check. And so the wolf lunges, lays its bite into your side, and knocks you prone. So it knocks you. So this wolf is now on top of you, and it shakes its mouth, and it has a nice bite into you, and it gives you a shake and deal 7 damage. Now we move to Shred. You now come up on the wolf. You watch as it lunges around.
Yeah.
Can I attack the wolf that's on me?
Okay. Definitely.
Okay.
So you're gonna roll an attack with your longsword, which will be a die 20. Roll another 20. And it'll be a strength attack.
Okay.
It's a melee weapon. So
Yeah.
you're gonna roll your dice and add
Sam not using the app?
your proficiency to this. You will add your proficiency bonus and your strength modifier to that.
Okay.
Sam, are you in the app?
Yeah, I'm in the app.
So you should be able to click the one, like it would be,
Under actions,
yeah.
you see where it has like your weapons.
Yeah.
So go to your longsword.
Yeah, if I roll that.
If you hit, you see where it says hit DC, and then you can highlight that. If you tap that button.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So I got 17 on that.
Yep, 17 hits.
So then you don't have to worry about all of that.
Yeah.
You swing your longsword
I
down.
was
and
just
you
wondering
roll
if Jimmy
for
was
damage.
telling them all the extra stuff.
Damage is 7.
7 damage. Your longsword comes down and makes contact with the back of this wolf, and it lets go from this bite that it has and turns to face you now from the blow that you dealt to it. Sammy, you're on the ground still. And we go back to the top of the round with not Sammy. Bait is on the ground. Sammy is the top there.
All right. I'm going, and there's
There's 1 wolf on your side facing on your right, and there's 2 wolves behind you.
I'm going to keep swinging.
Okay.
He's still good.
Yeah, that should be good. Sam was even better. 18.
18 hits.
Okay. And dang, 12 damage.
12 damage.
Dang.
I'm assuming you're attacking the one in front of you.
Yes.
So as this wolf stares at you, it gets distracted for a second, watching as Shred runs up to the fray, swings his longsword down, and makes contact with this other wolf that yells. And as in that moment it looks up and it sees the tides of battle turning against it, and it hesitates from what it's about to do, and you cleave its head off.
Hoi! All right. We're having wolf for dinner tonight, boys.
Big
Even though it's like
and there is a
mid-afternoon.
to your left and staring.
Y'all might have been better.
So I have to use an action to get up. Sorry.
It would take half your movement to get manually for attack opportunity. You could fight on the ground if you're going to take some disadvantage against
Hit
it.
him with a stick!
Fight fetch.
You actually want him on the ground, I'll swing at its legs.
Okay. So you're going to roll at disadvantage with that attack, so you'll roll twice.
Okay.
And you take the lower.
14. And 18.
14 and 8.
18.
18. And that's without your modifier.
Yeah, I don't have modifiers for melee.
Okay, so you swing your shield on it, right? You got a 14. So you see this wolf staring at you, and it's looking pretty nervous, and in this moment of surprise, the fact that it's attacked, it's dying in front of it, you swing the shield and make contact.
Well, actually, it's my quarter set.
Or your quarter. Okay, so you swing your quarter set.
But I did.
Yeah, you did.
Five.
5 damage. So you swing and you clock this wolf in the side of the head, and it lets from the yell, and it gets knocked a couple feet back from you, and it's turning, and it's going to get ready to run away. We move to Ferris, your turn.
So there's still one wolf left?
There's 2 wolves left.
2, okay. And then one of them's on top of,
With Shred, it has a nice gaping wound in its back. And then there's one that just got clocked in the face by Big, and it looks like it's getting ready to run.
alright. I'll just take a shot whichever one's closer.
Okay, they're both on the same distance.
Okay. $13.
13 to hit, which one are you attacking?
The one that has his back to me? I
The
guess.
one that, I mean, they both technically have their back to you.
Oh, sorry.
There's
I'll go the one that was standing over Banks at first.
the one that was standing over Bink. Okay, so you let your arrow fly into the middle of this group of people with a 13, and it just kind of sails through the group you're trying to avoid, and the arrow just barely misses everyone and hits the ground beyond.
Okay.
The wolf that's on that you just hit, Trey, is seeing its other wolf companion getting ready to run, and it starts to run away. So because of that, the 3 of you get like the next opportunity it would like to against this wolf.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah.
Wolf.
Your dwarf.
It's right.
It hasn't run yet.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Yeah, not ready yet? Oh, then, well, yeah.
what an attack of opportunity is as it's got, like, you guys will attack and then it's getting moved, basically.
Okay. Yes, you guys think I'll watch
So I befriend it so it can be mine.
You have line of sight on it, so you would have to turn around.
So is that Corvine and Gary's familial?
8 to hit.
8?
Yeah.
Okay, so that doesn't count. Your attack swinging down and your sword, it kind of is just moving out of the way that you're afraid that you're gonna hit a gate. And so you swing and it kind of just falls between Bink and Sammy. Bing, I'll let you go next because you're on the drive. You're gonna roll at a disadvantage though, just because you're still laying down.
Right, it was good,
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
And 17, that's what I missed.
Okay. So with the two, with that and the modifiers, you're still focused on the one that you clock in the base of your shield, and it's not. You realize that it's not close enough to swing and hit with your shield, so you go to give it a kick, and just your kick goes wild as you're also watching out for this long term, like not.
It's curling on the ground.
Yeah.
flailing around.
So Sammy, you get to take a swing at it too.
Is it bad? I want to try animal handling with it.
I mean, you can definitely give it a shot.
Yeah, no. Sorry,
The
Wolf.
scared wolf. I don't know. I mean, I don't. You'd have to describe what you want to do with it.
Yep, make it my friend. 24?
24 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit.
Oh,
All
I
right.
thought you did 24 animal hand. I'm like,
No,
hey, you got a new pet.
that'd be awesome. Oh, 13 damage.
All right. So hearing the wolf behind you starting to like let out their high pitched yelps and yipes that they're getting ready to run away, you realize that they're not gonna stay very much longer, and you kind of take a spin on your right leg, your axe raised in the air, and you go around and clock this wolf directly behind you in the mouth.
Ooh.
Axe embeds into it, and you kind of give this wolf a sort of weird Glasgow smile, knocking the sides of its albumin vertical open and kill it.
Oh,
You big meanie.
I know. Want to go down and hug my dog now.
The other wolf that's still alive that got clocked in the head by a staff, quarter staff. Takes this opportunity and just tears off running. Because of that bait, you get an attack of opportunity against it if you would like to.
I'll pass.
So this last wolf just starts running. The wolves, there's 5 dead wolves in front of you. And one that's running away, tail between his legs, fearful for its life and safety.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just let it run. Let's see, I can disengage.
I mean, disengage, I mean, the combat is over that. Disengage is part of combat.
Oh, okay.
But you're sitting in the middle of the plain, there's a mountain to the east of you, starting to grow in the distance. That you're heading towards some short moment there as a group. But there's 5 dead wolves. If there's anything you want to do with the wolves, if there's anybody that needs healing or wants to kill people up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is there anybody wounded?
Me, I'm gonna take a short rest.
Bington Sand. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to take it, you can take a.
Yeah. Can I use my necklace of prayer to cure wounds?
You want to?
How would I do that?
What is the card say specifically?
The necklace has 1d4 plus 2 magic beads.
Yep.
made from aquamarine. So 2 plus 2 magic beads, 8 to cure wounds.
If we take a short
It
rest,
gives you the ability to cast a spell cure wounds, correct?
Yes.
Oh, burping in the face mask. Not a good idea.
nice.
And I always
So-
forget it.
It is. It's a touch spell. Creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Sammy, what's your HP at?
I am at 20. So if we do, well, no, long rest restores health, right? Short rest, we can.
I believe
Short rest is what, 5?
short rest, I believe, is your hit die worth of health points.
Okay.
I believe it's not short rest. It's 1 hit die.
I cannot get the Twitch stream to work on the phone.
Character can spend 1 or more hit dice at the end of a short rest up to the character's maximum number of hit dice, which is equal to the character's level. So you can get 3 hit dice without hit points.
seems like a lot of work for dinner.
And some awesome clothes.
That's nice. Have some wolf gloves and some nice like healthy cakes.
That's what I'm talking about. I'll add it to my cloak of billowing.
You guys sit there and you're trying to rest up and take stock of things. Is there anything else you guys want to do? You should
I
probably.
we already harvested the meat.
Yeah,
Are you gonna carry it back?
if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, might as well, right?
I mean, you do have day rations if you'd like, but you could also harvest the wolf meat if you'd like.
I'm gonna harvest a little bit.
Yeah, why not?
Might as well, yeah, yeah.
You're gonna just take an hour-long rest, basically. And,
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Oh, hey,
What about the ranger?
Jimmy, I'm gonna try and get back to 3 arrows a shot.
javelin.
Oh, yeah, I would like to, from the wolf, which it is,
Okay, so you're both gonna roll to see if you can retrieve them. You're gonna roll a d20 for perception, investigation.
What is strength? We're just trying to pull it up.
No, you just have to see if you. And then same thing with you, Harris.
Yep. 22?
22. How many arrows did you fire?
3.
You get all 3 arrows back. One of them looks like it's got a little bit of damage to it, though.
Okay.
And who's cutting up the roll for me?
I guess I'll do it. I'm the barbarian.
So roll nature.
Oh god, I didn't check for traps.
I would say roll a survival check on there.
You want me to help?
Sure.
I'll use my, yeah.
Survival?
Yeah, it's a survival check on for Dave.
Yes.
so what modifier am I rolling with for to get my javelin?
It'll be in perception.
I'll also help.
Wisdom.
Yeah,
22.
23.
The barbarian's got it.
You can add a D4 to his perception.
Okay. So
That's not holding up.
I got a 23.
Nice.
We can harvest meat, we're fine.
6.
6 plus 4 is 10.
Just waiting for it to be
No, that was
here in
your
case
1
it's
plus 1 is 2 plus 4
One.
is 6.
Wait. You got a natural 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh,
you go to pull your javelin out, and it planted in the ground. You did a really good job throwing that thing. So good that you dented it. Write down that anytime you use your javelin now, it's a -1 on attack and damage rolls.
Oh.
At least you got it back.
Wow. What's his name?
You were able to recover the thing, but it's like
Slash?
you like it to from now on.
Yeah, I should have done it.
Sam, what's your character's name again?
Was that?
What's your character's name again?
Shred.
Oh, Shred. Well, I'm not gonna use this, you might as well. I'm gonna hand him one of the spears that I got off one of the orcs.
Ooh, yeah.
It's a ranged weapon, you can throw it.
All right, and you were harvesting wolf meat. You didn't have any issue with it. You skinned one of the wolves, no problem. And you have this pile of
Oh, someone start a small fire.
We're gonna do this.
No, because you want to burn the entrails, otherwise.
you guys start a fire with no
more.
problem, and you
Or-
can shoot if that's what you're trying to do. Not difficult to start a fire. One of you starts a fire, and you've all been in the wilds enough that one of you can gather grass and materials and make a fire with the wolf. And
No, actually, I'm burning all the entrails so that it doesn't attract other animals and creatures
Manticores.
and Mister to come back.
Manticore.
so you
So
guys-
Sam,
Yes.
I just gave you, I don't know, because Jimmy didn't give me the description on it, it's just a spear.
I can actually give you a javelin.
I don't know.
All right, Jimmy, is that kosher?
you guys can trade whatever items you want.
All right, Sam, you got a javelin
I'll
again.
humbly accept, John, what's your character's name?
Terrace.
There's a spear.
Okay, so you now have a spear in your possession as a weapon.
Does it have like the same modifiers as my javelin?
Sam, just take my javelin and then you can just leave it.
Okay, it's javelin. So.
Well, he must have a bow, so he has two things to throw.
That's true.
They technically are both essentially the same thing, but
Yeah.
they have better range.
Yeah, I think the spear is max.
The spear is also a melee weapon. Javelin you can throw, the spear you can throw, but the spear you can also use as a melee weapon.
Yeah, I'll take the spear.
And the spear can be used one-handed or two-handed.
And my sword is one-handed, so I can dual. I think I have like a thing for dual wielding.
I do. All right, you get the spear.
Yep, I got the spear.
All right, so after fighting the wolf, the elk, you guys the fight came to a conclusion and kept running or
Oh, hey, Sammy.
on the distance, not to be.
Will ring mail do you any good?
You make a short rest, and
Let's fight the elk.
Why are we fighting the elk?
I'm just kidding.
We got enough wolf meat to last us.
you guys continue onward to Nilfgaard.
Yep.
All right. Who rolled the first perception check
Or what?
for the wolves?
Yeah, that was me.
Sammy. All right. Bint. Roll a perception check.
Oh yeah, I can have wolf meat here now. Can we eat wolf meat?
Yeah, me.
So 13. Yep, 13.
13. So, as you are walking along, making your adventure, you notice off in the distance 3 more elk bounding across the hills to the north.
We're totally gonna fight elk.
Is that fire
Don't
going?
say anything for fear that my party might have other ideas.
I mean, you see them, you don't have to draw attention to them. You know,
Exactly. I just go beautiful nature and keep walking.
so then you guys you keep moving on. No problem.
Hey, Jimmy, how much elk meat did we, or no, wolf meat do we harvest?
I mean, you said you wanted to skin a wolf, so I just assumed one.
So one for Sammy and one for Theris then.
What?
Yeah, we did 2, so one for each of us.
Well, I mean, Sammy made the check.
It doesn't matter. We'll just do
All
it.
right, I just didn't know if we needed to party down, so I want to make sure we know what we eat. Oops, sorry. Asking.
I mean, we have a
Unique
ration.
blessing.
Yeah, but would you rather have meat or rations?
That one's all like gross and melty, so I hope you didn't cut that one up.
Yeah.
Are you eating wolf meat, Theris?
No, I'm just saying we harvested it. We may eat it if need be, or give it to Mister.
Like when I threw my javelin at the one, it like went down his throat. It didn't like open up his, small intestine and spoil the baby.
Wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Ooh, I am keeping the wolf's pelt then.
Okay.
You didn't call that out when you guys were doing that stuff.
Oh, okay.
You guys had already. I mean, you can go back and see if you can retrieve it. You've been traveling for a while, but
Oh, I didn't realize we were traveling. My bad. Never mind.
Yeah, we're on the road.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Dang.
so that's 2.
How come no one
Fred,
Yeah.
roll a perception check.
17.
Sorry, scared dog needs to go potty. Potty break.
Potty break.
All right. So as you're walking around, it's not much later from your travel. You notice a few more elk bounding across the hills off in the distance. There's 3 of them. And as you're paying mind to this, from behind you, you hear this like loud noise, and this large really a giant elk from the south is just racing towards you.
Oh, goody.
What just happened?
I think I should call the Sammy to alert them that there is a giant elk racing towards us.
I guess I'll ready.
So you point out,
Is it like on top of me?
I mean, it's charging towards you guys.
Oh,
Just the one?
There's a giant elk charging towards you guys.
Yeah, I will alert the crew that there's a giant elk lunging towards us.
Oh,
and elk with the arrows.
Towards the north, you also know that there's other elk.
Okay.
The area has some elk roaming around.
Okay.
So it could be territorial. It could be-
Yep. I'll try my animal handling once I get my dog back. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come here. No.
So the elk is running towards you guys while we wait for this. Is anybody else gonna try to do anything?
I will try my animal handling.
You're gonna try to take time?
I'm not gonna take,
All right, so describe what you want to do to this elk that's charging towards you.
Sorry.
so no weapons are out. My hands are kind of up and just showing, what do you want to call it? Showing no ill intent towards it.
Okay.
And I move just away from these guys a little bit, step out in front of them a few steps,
Okay.
showing no ill intent, of course, and
All right. Roll.
Animal handling.
Yeah.
Can I help him?
suck it.
Yeah. You can try to assist him with it.
Natural 20,
That's
plus
fine.
4.
All right.
I didn't help him.
Well, in any kind of, I mean, you would have if anybody assists, he just gets to anybody that's doing it gets to roll again or gets to roll with advantage. So that's roll. But with an natural 20, you don't have any issue with it. So as Ferris, as a man of the wilds, a ranger of the woods, is familiar with various forms of animal life, he walks towards it and puts his hands up to try to show that they mean you guys mean no harm. And the thing slows its charge towards you guys and just kind of is staring at you. It's about 10 feet away from you all.
I'm gonna slowly approach it with my hands still up.
Okay?
And then when I get close enough, I'm gonna see what his reaction is first.
Okay. Approach it, its hands still up, and it's just staring at you.
You're the ranger, man.
I know, I'm thinking,
Did you guys want to throw? Or you-
I am not saying that.
Walking.
All right, so I'll keep my left hand up and then my right hand will come down like towards its muzzle, so it, I guess, sniffs me basically.
Okay. So you're moving towards this giant elk.
Yep.
I mean, this thing is pretty sizable.
Okay.
It's a huge beast, which, you know.
Does it, so other than it being overly like large size, does it look like it's a difference than an elk? Like
What'd you say?
is it possessed, a demon?
No, it's a very large animal.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of like coo it a little bit and let it know, tell it that we're not here to harm it or its kind. And we're only looking for passage through to our destination.
Okay. So you're basically just talking gently with this giant animal, right?
Yep.
Alright. So you're speaking to it and calling it, and it's taking kindly to what you have to say.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and see if it'll let me scratch it on the back of the like the jaw area of the elk. Does that make sense to you?
The where you stand in comparison to it is hours over you, so to speak. So you can scratch its jaw a little bit, but it's a fairly tall creature.
Okay.
And you let it scratch you. It lets you scratch it.
And then I'll move my hand just down its neck and just start rubbing it
This is getting weird.
and let it know it's we mean and no harm.
So the three of you are watching, and Darius walk up to this giant beast and gently, scratch it on its jaw and neck and
Caress it.
basically gently coerce it into you guys not doing any harm towards it. And it seems to be effective. It seems to be very effective. It's working really well. You guys want to do anything else, or you want to?
Keep on trucking.
Darius, is there anything else you want to do with your elf, or do you want to just leave it be?
Ride it.
Little kids.
Just a little bit of me wants to do it, but so I'm tempted to see if I can ride it.
You want to see if you can ride the giant elk?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Yes. I want to see what it did, but does it seem like it would be okay if I tried to mount it?
Oh boy. And so Theris died.
All right. So you are going to try to mount a giant elk. Roll an animal handling.
Oh, Stormy, he's okay. He's okay.
Oh, 22.
Dang.
Ow, I got +4 animal handling.
Roll an 18.
18, yep, and then a +4 for animal handling.
All right. So you
Right. You're fine.
let me see here.
If it doesn't seem like it wants me to, I'm not going to. but-
I mean, I was just gonna say, as you go to like try to climb up this beach, because you're gonna have to climb it to
Yeah.
get onto it.
This is a giant ass elk.
It very obviously takes a step away from you. Like,
Alright,
no, this is not something that you should be doing.
okay. Well, I'll pat it on the neck and say my farewells.
Okay.
I don't need you to lick my keyboard too.
So you pat it and set it on so, and you head back to the three other members of your party, and you stare at it as it trots along towards the other elk watching in the north, and it vanished up the hill.
Okay.
You guys continue onward.
Quitter.
All right. So we
You want to be my stepping stool to get on top of
we
me?
rolled so Theris,
Yes.
roll a perception.
Jimmy Cricket, how many things is there to see on this way? All the things in the world.
Beautiful nature hike.
17.
17. All right.
Oh, I was like, where's that noise coming from? It's Stormy. No, I get the live stream going. I forgot there's a little.
As you guys are walking along, Ferris, you notice this cart, overturned cart, on the northern side of this hill, and you're walking towards Northern Garden. The mountains are starting to get very close. You can kind of see the mountains to the southeast are moving pretty large, and there seems to be patchy road developing on the ground beneath your feet, almost like there was a road that's long since been worn down and overgrown by the earth. And to the left and the northern side of this developing road is an overturned park.
All right, well, inspect the cart.
You gonna go inspect it?
I'll join them.
Yeah. It's pretty old, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's a pretty rundown park.
Is it right side up or down, upside down?
I mean, as you get to it, you see one of the wheels is in the air, so it's on its side.
All right. I'm assuming there's nothing in its hold.
I mean, you can take a look inside of it if you'd like.
This is, yeah,
So you go to take a look at it?
yeah.
All right. As you go to lift this makeshift canopy, there is
Oh, goody.
there's a younger adult female halfling resting underneath this canopy.
Oh,
The cart's like dilapidated though, or was it just overturned?
I mean, it's an overturned, dilapidated, it's run out. Like it hadn't been a part from some kind. It's missing one of the wheels, and there's holes in it. It seems like it could be a makeshift campground at this point.
I think we should have the clerics handle this.
I'll walk up behind them and kind of leave that.
All right, so you see these two staring at. They lift this flap of the canopy, and they're standing there staring for a while. So you're like, what are you guys staring at? Just kind of walk towards them.
Let's be like, oh, we got ourselves a little fort here.
As
try not to spook her.
as he's walking up and talking, it's not like you're being all that quiet. The halfling awakens from her slumber.
Yeah,
You didn't know that.
Only I did.
There, these two guys. So this halfling awakens the two men staring in at her as she's sleeping, and she lets out a wail and backs up. What are you doing here? What do you want?
I put my hands up to like, we mean you no harm. We were just figuring out what's going on here.
I can't hear you.
Sorry. I said, I'm just gonna put my hands up and I'm gonna tell her there's nothing to fear. We're not here to harm her.
All
We know
right.
what's going on. We just were looking around making an inspection.
So Ferris, as you raise your hand, you let go of the tent flap that you held up, and the tent flap closes the tent in front of you. And so you hear this halfling woman. So you're through the tent flap. No, you say, we mean no harm, right?
Yeah.
You put your hands up and the tent flap closes and say, we mean no harm. We're sorry, your father. And after a couple of moments, this tent flap slowly kind of opens up part a little way.
Well, I'll take a few steps back to show her no ill intent.
What are you doing here?
We're on our way to Nomengard. We ran across this carriage. We didn't know what was going on, so
You're something interesting if you're just gonna stare at a woman while she's sleeping.
whatever.
That's on you, man. That's on you.
Mhm.
Let the paladin talk.
And put the fear of the gods into her?
No. Be compassionate.
What brings you to the area?
We're on our way to Nomengard to visit the gnomes.
Nomengard, to the wizard folk out there.
Correct.
They're fine fellows. I'm sure if you don't sneak up on them and rouse them from their sleep by staring at them, I'm sure they will give you the warmest of welcomes.
Mm-hmm.
Wizards, that sounds like heresy.
How long have you been waiting to say heresy, Sam?
Yeah.
No. These wizards mean no harm whatsoever. Because they're kindly gnomes. They provide all sorts of gear and materials for the fine citizens in the area.
That's why we're heading that way, to see what we can gather to fight the white dragon.
Oh, well, that's the dragon. You say you're wishing to.
Well, we're here to defend the town and its people.
You are adventurers then and heroes, I take it, yes?
Yeah.
Adventures, yes.
Heroes, I don't know.
Heroes.
Well then, my heart goes to you fellows. My name is Nib.
Nib?
Nib Battlespur.
May I ask what you're doing out here all by yourself?
I'm venturing to the countryside and I need to rest and find some shelter from the cold for my little friend.
Little friend.
Yeah. Oh yes. And she hops back to the overturned cart. Like, this is I know they're in here somewhere. Comes out with a goldfish sitting on her shoulder. This is my friend Little.
So you were adventuring the countryside to what end?
Just to meet travelers on the road. There's been some caravans once in a while through the area, and I like to play a little couple games with them and give them some. It's not all good to do up north here. The orcs are scary and the blood's around, but I like to provide a little bit of comfort.
We've met the
A
orcs.
little bit of coin for my travel.
So you're out on your own with a white dragon and orcs terrorizing the planet.
I don't understand what you're presuming.
You're supposed to be comforting Sam.
What are you doing? Checks out.
Roll an insight check if you want to determine if he's evil or malicious or anything like that.
Well, I also have a role that like determines if somebody is good or evil.
Oh yeah, I mean based on your pulsing out of this person, they seem to be
You
pretty
didn't suss us out.
Before we left outside, I know you're bad, I just smiled.
Did I not say that my goal was to spread holy righteousness across the land?
You guys want to hang out for a couple minutes? We can play a card game, or heroes are on your way to try to face the dragon, but
I wouldn't go as far as for our heroes. No, we disturbed your rest. I apologize.
I mean, you've already disturbed it quite all right.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, do you have any input on this?
I think we should let the lass get back to her nap and continue on our journey.
Aye.
Well, I wish you well. And she pops back to her little canopy and goes back inside to pack her things as you guys continue to head to the east.
All right.
Good lord, how far are we away?
Pretty far. You should probably stop and eat something, I would think.
Oh, I could think that we scavenged that wolf meat.
Yeah. Or,
Who's gonna take a first bite?
I nominate you since you wanted it.
That's true.
You wanted it too.
I said nothing of the sort.
No.
Well,
Sammy.
actually, that's what wolf did you take from me?
We'll take a short rest and roast up some wolf meat.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't you already roast up the wolf meat from the first short rest?
Yes. Now
No,
it's
I
now
already
it's
killed off burn up the
This
intro.
is my daily ration and pray to the Lord.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with that meat either. I'll also eat just my rations.
All right. So you two have rations.
Sammy,
wolf meat.
we'll partake in the wolf meat.
All right. So the other two fellows.
Roll for let's see here.
Both of you roll
Diarrhea?
a Constitution save.
Yeah, Constitution, say what you say.
Once my page reloads. This is very frustrating.
18.
Ooh, 22.
All right. So you both look at the wolf meat, having been on these adventures where you all have done stupid things already. So
Clearly.
what's worse than eating what's, you know, it can't be much worse than that. So wolf meat, I guess, is fine.
How does it taste? Is it good?
Take a bite of this very greasy and gamey. I mean, they weren't necessarily well-fed animals, but it's not like it's bad and they were mealy and covered with, you know, parasites and
It's fresh meat.
they weren't infected with anything from what you saw. They were just savage.
Does this give us the power of wolves?
It satiates you boys just fine.
This is pretty good. What do you think?
How much meat the both of you finish off what wolf meat you were able to get from the wolf.
You could just
without any
stew.
difficulty.
Do we get the powers of wolves now?
No.
Oh.
Well,
It's an animal.
I can hear. I can see.
Our wolves consist of diarrhea and indigestion, then yes.
Alright, so you guys are making your way on the road. I'm gonna have
You guys want any of this meat?
No, you
Shred.
finished it.
It's all you, man.
you guys ate the wolf meat and
It's all gone.
Oh, I'll save you some. You can have some.
Let's just
I'm a vegetarian.
Oh,
Let's just get back on the road.
Adventurous. Come on.
Part of my religion is to only consume my ration.
So if I ever see you eating meat, I can call you out on it.
Yeah, because you'll never catch me doing it.
specifically wolf meat.
No, any meat, or he buys his food other than rations.
Anyways, back on the trail.
Yes, back on the road. I'm gonna have Shred in your mild disgust at them eating an animal, apparently. Roll a perception. 9. All right. As you guys are walking around, you're still kind of staring.
Attack. 73-32.
My buddy Randy.
So you haven't really paid much attention to anything going on. And seemingly out of nowhere, based off of that, you hear a man kind of close by say, "Don't move."
I turn around and face him.
Okay, so you turn to face him, and the other three kind of stop, and you are traveling in a line of you being in front runners. There are six men standing in front of you. Swords drawn.
I ready my sword.
Is he talking to all of us now?
Yeah, they can. I mean, you see 6 men standing in front of you in kind of a cluster. Seemingly out of nowhere, they appear.
That should persuade them that we're just passing through.
You can try to talk to them.
Ooh, persuasion.
Yeah, persuade.
Sam, that's a strong suit.
What if I bless? Okay, how do I persuade?
It's a skill.
Yes.
Okay.
It's your wisdom.
It's charisma out of there.
Well, Biggs is the one that said he wanted to persuade, so we're gonna have.
I'll start by persuading. What, you trying to tell them that?
You know, where's the Dragonborn when you need them to intimidate?
Empty your pockets. Take what you got. You full seem like you've got a lot of stuff in here that we can use.
We had wolf.
First it's a manticore, then it's a horde of orcs, and now it's a group of bandits.
Mm-hmm.
We live a very hectic life.
You boys fought a manticore.
Actually, no. We befriended a manticore.
How did you do it? Never mind. Give me your stuff.
We also killed 8 orcs.
Stop talking, or we will run you through. All we know is this is a lot of big talk.
Since we're behind them, can we do an attack of opportunity?
I mean, if you want to attack them right away, yeah.
Can
Biggs is
I try to persuade them that all that stuff is true?
Yeah, I got a +4 persuasion.
All right, give it a try.
You know, let them give it a
He's
test.
the one that wants. So, what do you want to say to them first?
Try to persuade them that all that is indeed true. You really don't want to mess with a couple guys who just ate the wolves we just killed.
I would say that's probably more of an intimidation based on the content.
Human meat. Wonder what that tastes like.
Were we Ewoks now?
Oh, like I said, too bad Gary's not here.
I mean, yeah, I'll try for intimidation.
Okay. You say all this stuff. Why would you poison me a wolf? What kind of idiots are you?
Full ones.
Oh, ask the elf.
Oh man, we don't. Just give us the stuff. We don't want any more talk, no more words. Here's the stuff.
I'll attack him.
Oh, surprise attack!
Oh.
I'm not dealing with these efforts. Here we go.
Well, you can't surprise them because they know that you're there and they see that you're drawing your weapons. So you can roll to attack.
Yes.
But it's actually going to be initiative first. So everybody roll your initiative.
What's initiative?
So-
You roll a d20.
1.
Oh, wait, don't you have a plus to your initiative?
No.
Okay, you rolled a natural one.
Yeah.
All right. How I'm running natural roll one's natural 20 for initiative sake. I think I might have forgotten that on something that happened earlier, so that was my bad. For natural one, you lose a turn,
Okay.
and then you pick up at the next turn and attack.
Sam.
So
I rolled an 11.
11.
Ferris gets a 21.
So Fred has 11. Bears has 21.
Yeah,
Okay.
18. Three.
Sammy got 18.
18.
Am I the only one who has a plus to their initiative?
I got +1.
Oh, I got
I
plus.
still wait till we started. I never got one. So.
Well, but don't humans have +1 for everything?
+1 in your stats.
Oh,
All right. So at the top of the round, we have Ferris. What are you doing?
They're bandits, so. And they threaten me and my friend. I'm gonna shoot them.
Okay.
15.
15. 15.
And I'm gonna shoot the one that was running his mouth.
Okay. So you pull your bow back and you let fly an arrow and you see it coming and he swings his sword up and knocks it out of the air, just barely avoiding the hit. Alright, boys, everyone not playing it. So we move on to Sammy.
All right. I guess I will attack the one that I am closest to.
They're all, again, it's all kind of in a group. So there's the one in the front is the one that Ferris just tried to attack is probably the closest to you.
All right. 17.
17 hits.
Okay. And 13 damage.
13 damage. All right. So you run up to him as he's deflecting the arrow out of the air, and you swing your axe at him, and it makes contact into his side. Just 13 damage, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Darn. You're on the internet right now. Stop clicking your butt.
On one what now?
Oh, wait, hold on.
What?
What did you get to hit him, Dave? 17?
17.
All right. Actually, my bad. I just read this little stat. So you move up to him and you swing, and he's got two weapons in his hand, so he sees this axe coming at him and he lowers his scimitar and swings it and just parries it out of the way.
Damn.
Yeah, so we should not have these guys.
Now we move on to Shred.
So persuasion's off the table.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're pretty riled up now, aren't they? Okay. I guess can I have my spear?
What
Okay.
are you doing with it?
The leader, I guess, the guy that just parried.
He's good.
I will try to stick him with my spear.
Okay.
What is it? 21 to hit.
21 to hit.
And then 15, or no, 8 damage.
8 damage. So you swing up,
as he
you dodge
dodges one, parries the other, and you're
hits him in the shoulder from the opposite side, and just takes it and glances at it and looks down at it, looks at you specifically, like, and then moves on to his fellow bandits' turn, who all swarm around 3 of you who have attacked. And exactly all 4 of you, you're basically kind of right in the middle, trying to talk him out of the situation. But you hit their captain, leaders. So they're all coming for you. So the first bandit has a scimitar that goes to take swing at you with it, and he gets 15.
So do I take?
No, 15 is hit you is 15. So what's your armor class, your AC?
12.
12?
Well, what's my what?
No, that's just your AC.
Your AC is 12.
Yeah.
So yeah,
How's AC 12?
It's a paladin.
swings his
Full player?
scimitar at you when you take 4 slashing. Comes across, swings on it, and strikes you across the chest.
I have a higher AC than him. Yeah, 12 seems a little low for a paladin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's here. It says armor class 12.
Do you have the shield equipped?
No.
This is one of the stupid things. That's because your armor is not equipped.
There we go.
That's what I like to hear.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, so, because yeah, that would jump. Yeah, that bumps your armor class up to 18,
Okay.
if that's equipped. It's doing it up to you.
His armor is equipped. We're working the case out on the new players.
Yeah.
If it was one of you two,
Yeah. Oh, we're scared. We're scared.
So no, he doesn't hit you then with a 15. And he great. These two kind of swing in tandem, and you dodge the first one and kind of carry the second one with the stick of the spear. The third one comes up and he kind of is, while you are on your toes, swings up with his scimitar and he got a 22 to hit. So you take 4 damage as he, like the tip of the scimitar kind of digs into your thighs and kind of step out of its gap. And he kind of just carves up your leg with it. There are 2 behind them with crossbows, and they both train their crossbows and go to fire. First one goes wide and just shoots past your head. Second one, being a little bit more better prepared for it, lets fly and catches you in the shoulder. You take 5 piercing damage.
And call out Yellow Mister and he'll come and come.
The captain, who you did attack, is staring at you.
Oh, that's real.
And he's gonna hit you with a multi attack. He can attack you 3 times. 2 with his scimitar and 1 with a dagger that he holds in another hand. The first one is a 17 to hit. And your armor is 18, sir.
Yeah.
So he swings up, and he's going to swing back down with his other, or actually, sorry, swings up, and he goes to like punch with the dagger, and the dagger, and like swings up, misses, the dagger kind of goes wide, and you block that one easily, kind of picks up and missed it twice now, he's swinging back down with the scimitar, and he gets the 17, so you block the swing back down, and you kind of miss the first one, block the second one, and that kind of puts the spear in the path to block the third attack. And he's looking at you, he's like, what kind of deal is it? Now we move on to back to the top of the and that brings us back to Ferris.
I'm gonna use my hand axe and sickle for attack.
Okay, so do you have a multi attack?
Hold on a second. Where the hell
You would have multi-class fighting, or dual wielding, rather, sorry.
I have 2 weapon fighting. I don't remember what that one is though.
You should be able to quick one.
For a ranger, is that what you are?
Yeah, he's a ranger.
Yeah.
When you take an attack action and attack with a light melee weapon you are holding in one hand, you can use the other bonus action to attack with a different weapon you're holding in the other hand.
Add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack. So assuming yes, you if you're 2 weapon, you have 2 weapon fighting, you can make 2 attacks.
Yep.
So who you're attacking with that?
I'm gonna go with the leader.
Okay.
Since he just run his mouth and he went after my friend.
All right. So roll to hit.
Okay. $19 with my sickle.
19 hits.
Yeah, that's what I rolled. Is that a hit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you want damage on that one first, or do you want me to roll the other attack?
Yeah. Why don't you roll the second attack?
Second attack is 6, so that one misses. And the sickle, I got max damage at 6.
You got max damage. Well, what did you?
So 1d4 plus 2.
Okay. So 6 damage. And did you roll the hit with the dagger?
Or the hand axe? I did, but I missed. I rolled a 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the reason I was wondering for word picture.
Sorry, yeah, the sickle came first, and then
So you go to cleave down with the sickle, and you make contact, and it carves into his stud leather chest piece, and it cuts into the side of his left side where the dagger is. And in that moment, he kind of takes a step back and you go swing up with your hand axe, and it just goes wide. So we move back to Sammy.
All right. I'm gonna hack at the dude in front of me.
Okay.
That's all I can do. All right. Ooh, 23.
23, yeah, you hit.
Oh, good. And balls. 6 damage.
Okay, all right. So you bring your great axe down into his left side where you watch Ferris swing his sickle and you make contact as he tries to step away again.
Sweet.
And then we move on to Shred.
Can I use my pull the rope of entanglement to entangle the leader.
Yeah.
Is it like the last one, Truth?
Yeah, I can use an action for the command word, and the rope will dart forward and entangle a creature that you can see within 20 feet of you.
What is it? Is there any specific bonus besides that?
The rope has AC 20 and 20 hit points. It regains 1 hit point every 5 minutes, as long as it has at least 1 hit point.
Stormy freaked out a little bit.
She doesn't know them.
They must succeed at DC 15 dexterity saving throw. That's what I can do. Because
Okay,
they need to try to defend themselves against it.
gotcha.
It was ready to cause extra 2 seconds. Target will straighten the rope. Use an action to make a strength DC 15 strength for dexterity check. On success, they're no longer restrained. So they have to succeed at a 15 to get out of it if they're in it on their turn.
Stormy.
So, is that what you want to do?
Yes,
Okay. So they have to roll a strength check, right? Strength, what is it?
yes. 15 strength.
15 strength.
Okay, and he
Fails. So you
takes speed, what's the name word?
Divinity, I don't know.
divinity. So you unleash this rope that's on your side, I'm assuming, and you grab one end of it, you let it drop, say divinity, and then the rope comes to life. You watch this thing, the spring to life and wrap around the person that's the captain that you're pointing at,
Yeah.
and it binds him in place. And you watch
His arms fall down to his side.
Sword still the weapon just hands, and he's looking at you, just there, going out. And he's gonna try to escape next turn. You just hear him go, what? It's at the end of his turn, he has to do that?
Yeah.
So it is his fellow bandits' turn, and they see what just happened. So they're coming for you. Trying to protect their team. First one. Oh. 16 to hit. Nope. Nope. To shoot. Okay. Really? So. The first three all.
I've got divine intervention.
Well, what happened is the man was bound. The man was bound, and you see his compatriots go forward and they all swing, but he's trying to off to stay in place, and so he bumps them on the way, watch blades fly, and these other two shoot their crossbow bolts and make contact with him, and trying to compensate a blow for staying on his feet. And so you watch two bolts sink into his shoulders, and he takes a little bit of damage from that.
Also wrong last round. I'm taking around this round.
And it's his turn. And obviously he's trying to stay up, and he goes to break his bonds. Okay, he's trying to slip his bonds. And it's 15, right? And he goes to like move, and he just isn't able to shape. So it is now back to the top of the round, and we go to Harris.
All right, so I see their captain bound, not being able to move.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna come from behind him. Hang on, I got Stormy trying to get up all up in the air.
Stormy, come.
Okay, just chill.
I mean, you're.
I'm gonna put a sickle to his crotch and the axe to his throat.
All right, you're gonna just keep on trying to kill him.
Nope, and I'm telling everyone to drop all their weapons if they value their leader's life.
So you're not attacking him. You're just like
Intimidating?
Yeah.
Pointing the weapons at the okay, so you
No, I like literally have the sickle like nicely snug that if he moves wrong,
all right, so you hold the weapons up to him and you're gonna what are you saying to them to try to get them
I
to
said, drop your weapons unless you don't value your leader's life.
all right, roll an intimidation.
Suck it! Natural 20.
Jesus Christ.
What?
How are you getting natural 20s so often?
I don't. I'm doing the digital one, man. You want to see? I'm leaving it right here.
Well, it's all trust you, but you're getting a lot of real high rolls, buddy.
Okay.
He did get a 20.
Yeah, it's not gonna lie, it's pretty sus, man. Future might have to actually like see the thing as you're doing. Anyway, not important.
I was like, Dave just saw it. I showed it to him.
So you say this. I mean, the weapons are right on this guy, and they value their life. They would fight, ride or die. You know. So they all grab their weapons like, go. We surrender.
Hey, it worked.
Wow, we got. Oops, sorry.
So you have five men that are standing there with their weapons, and you're threatening to kill somebody.
Well, I told them to drop their weapons. So did they drop it?
Yeah, they all drop their weapons.
All right.
They don't want their leader to die.
Solve the problem, John.
Yep.
Problem.
We're doomed.
I mean, all of you can solve the problem. Like you're holding this guy in place with the rope of entanglement, and he's threatening this guy's compatriots.
I'm not having the greatest of days here. So if you be on your damn merry way, you can go.
Okay. Are you gonna release our captain?
Once you're out of sight, yes.
All right.
Leave your weapons though.
Well, we need those.
Don't have them leave their weapons. They can take their weapons and go. You want them to come back? You can leave your weapons. You can your leader can take them with him once we let them go.
Well, just get out of here. Go on. You should. So they start walking north. They start walking aimlessly in a direction slowly.
Is that the way we're going?
They didn't really get them much to go on.
We're going east.
I would just say go.
They walk up towards the hills again where they came from. Like, all right, we're going back. Off in the distance, you see this little hole that kind of got dug out and then they passed through. They were kind of just hunkered down, waiting.
Oh, okay.
Inspect the hutch. No, let's just keep going.
Any particular reason you like to just go ahead and randomly ambush people?
The bandit captain is staring at you. I'll find you. You haven't seen the last of Baron Moore.
Kill him.
I believe we were advised earlier to not keep us happy.
That's fair.
Hang on a second.
I mean, you could if you wanted to.
I don't already pretty well know.
Okay, what was his name? Sorry, Baron what?
Baron Moore. B-A-R.
I got it. I was just typing in the notes.
M-O-O-R-E.
All right.
And you know, after a few moments of them kind of like walking slowly, sullenly, hand between your legs, you know, there was 6 of them, and in this very short period of time, we went like, all right, we're gonna kill your leader, and they're just like, they vanished out of sight, and now this man is standing bound in your grasp.
Oh, is it me now?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're the one who bound him, dude.
Do I have to release him?
You can make him hop along after you.
Can we just take him prisoner? He's the only thing keeping us alive right now.
I mean,
I agree. How far away are we from town yet?
I mean, you're Town is a long ways away.
Town's a long ways away.
Yeah, honestly, like, I would like to just keep him in as a prisoner and move along until we're out of range of those bandits.
Okay. So, I mean, the bandits are pretty out of range, so
But they're hunkered down in their hole waiting for the opportunity.
no, they walk past us. Like that that was me calling it out. It was like they walked past this hole where you didn't notice them.
Oh,
All right.
all right.
It's not like they went back into the hole like you can't see us now.
That's what it is. Like, you weren't supposed to see them go back and come
No,
back.
I called it out so that you would just notice that they just
Hey,
like
who's watching the video? Did you tell
we
us what
stuck
to
as
do?
bandits.
Uh,
But I mean, if you want to take them with you to Nomengard, you're more than welcome to.
To Nomengard.
To Nomengard,
All right.
Nomengard, yeah.
So you're just gonna keep him like he is?
Oh, I can't release it, he'll kill us.
So you guys start moving on, and the bandit captain is hopping behind you because his legs are bound.
Or could you
Oh,
just
the
like,
legs are bound too? Oh.
So
Can
it
I do a strength check to drag it?
yeah, I mean, it definitely slows your process. I mean, yeah, he's gonna have to give up at some point, so you're gonna have to just keep dragging him along. He doesn't want to get
Use the
hurt.
rope that we're all carrying and I can tie him up so he can actually walk.
Well, he's already tied up with my rope.
Magic rope. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Jimmy,
Yeah,
we got about 5 minutes, so we still got an outro.
I know. I'm gearing you guys up for that.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, I will use my action and say a second command word to untangle.
Okay, what's your second word?
Leviosa.
Leviosa. All right. So Leviosa, the rope drops, and I mean, he does. You guys didn't want him to escape, so for the sake of this, like the guy, your group, is around him, and quick grabs his arms and wrap him behind his back. His weapons fall to his feet, and his hands are bound behind his back, and you guys can walk him there to Nomengard. It wasn't very far away at this point, so. As the sun begins to set, you guys arrive at Nomengard, the entrance to it, and the lights in the area are being lit over this cave structure. You can make camp just outside of town and set up a fire and whatnot, and stake the bandit captain to the ground to the nearby. And just because at this time of night you don't really want to go, you don't know what you're going into, so you don't want to risk it, and that's where we'll leave it. He's grumbling under his breath, just
We made it.
and what the day brings for Nomengard and what remains in those caves and structures with wizards and gnomes, you'll discover shortly.
The maker? The maker? We're going to the Ark.
Well, boys and girls, that will wrap us up for our section on the road to Nomengard in Dragonlight Spire Peak. Thank you for those who did watch. We hope that it wasn't too much of a bore or tiresome or difficult or what have you. We had a lot of fun, I'd like to think.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you.
I know
We ate wolf meat.
you can't see the smiles underneath the masks, but I'm sure everyone is smiling.
Good night, everybody.
I hope everyone's smiling. But yes, thank you. And we have 4 minutes on our time here, I suppose. I don't know if there's anything we need to report on as far as funds raised for Known World United. Just so you guys are aware of this piece of information that I found out earlier is that they are at our start of our session, we were $500 away from $2,000 more than what they had anticipated raising or something. I can't remember the specific number.
But yeah, $500 away from it, and I believe it got blown into the water. Got raised. Yeah, so the goal is 7,683. We are at 7,330 right
So-
now.
So I mean, hopefully we can get that made in the next day or so and are able to continue to support the wonderful work that we're
Extra
doing.
life. So share, donate, do your part, and have some fun.
Yeah, and if you guys are interested, you should totally take an opportunity to play D&D as we do. It's a wonderful creative tool, and it's a lot of fun. You can tell a lot of great stories with your friends and find a lot of crazy magical items, go on crazy wacky zany, sad, involving, just wonderful journeys and discover a side of you that you didn't think existed. So keep on keeping on.
All right, and I think we're out.